Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. I am Seema Shanay and today we are going to talk about the introduction to the quantum mechanical model of the atom. This is a part of the series of the lecture on structure of atom, part 3. This video includes explanation for de Broglie's dual nature of matter, Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, why the Bohr model of the atom truly failed, Schrödinger equation with special reference to the hydrogen atom, and salient features of the quantum mechanical model. The video on quantum numbers will be uploaded next. This video is a continuation of the structure of atom videos on my channel. I will link the playlist in the cards and in the description box below. We are now going to talk about the quantum mechanical model of the atom. The shortcomings of the Bohr's model led to the development of a more suitable and general model. Important developments in this were the dual behavior of matter and Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. De Broglie in 1924 proposed that matter should exhibit dual behavior like radiation. Photon has momentum and wavelength, so electron should also have momentum and wavelength. According to the equation, he gave E is equal to h nu and E is equal to mc square. H nu is equal to mc square. Nu can be written as c by lambda, so hc by lambda is equal to mc square. Common terms on both sides get cancelled. We get h by lambda is equal to mc, which implies lambda is equal to h by mc. So when object has velocity v, lambda can be written as h by mv, which implies lambda is equal to h by p, where p is the momentum of the body. De Broglie's prediction was confirmed experimentally. A stream of electrons emitted from a tungsten filament by the application of strong electric field to accelerate the speed of these electrons is made to strike against a nickel crystal. Concentric dark and bright rings also formed on the screen and diffraction similar to X-rays is produced. X-rays have shorter wave character and wavelength of electron is determined by diffraction experiments were in agreement with values calculated by de Broglie. De Broglie said that every object in motion has wave character. The wavelength associated with ordinary objects are so short because of their large masses that their wave properties cannot be detected. Wavelength associated with electron and other subatomic particles with very small mass can be detected experimentally. When the electron strikes a screen coated with zinc sulfide, it produces a spot of light called a scintillation. One electron produces one scintillation point. To produce a single scintillation point, the electron must strike the screen in a localized matter as a particle and not spread as a wave. This experiment confirmed the particle nature, whereas the previous diffraction experiment confirmed the wave nature. Heisenberg's uncertainty principle is a consequence of dual nature of matter and radiation. The statement is as such: it is impossible to determine simultaneously the exact position and exact momentum or velocity of an electron. Mathematically, it can be expressed as delta x into delta px is greater than equal to h by 4 pi. Delta x into delta m into vx is greater than equal to h by 4 pi. So delta x dot delta vx is greater than equal to h by 4 pi m, where delta x is the uncertainty in position and delta vx is the uncertainty in velocity. If the position is known with a higher degree of accuracy, it will result in a small delta x, which is the uncertainty. The velocity of the electron will be uncertain because delta Vx is large. If velocity of electron is known precisely, delta V is small, which is the uncertainty in velocity is small, and the position is uncertain, which implies delta x is large. The outcome of physical experiments to determine both is fuzzy or bizarre. Determination of the position of electron is to observe it by illuminating it with light or electromagnetic radiation. The light used is of wavelength smaller than the dimension of the electron. The high momentum of such light, P is equal to h by lambda, changes the energy of electron by collisions. This process helps calculate the position of electron, but not much information is obtained about the velocity of electron after the collision. The important implication of the uncertainty principle is that it rules out the existence of definite paths or trajectories of electrons and other similar particles. The trajectory is determined by the location and velocity of a particle at various moments. If we know where a body is at a particular moment, velocity and forces acting on it at that instant tell us where the body would be sometime later. For an electron, it's not possible to find or determine the position and velocity at a given instant to an arbitrary degree of precision, which implies it's not applicable to talk about the electron trajectory. The effect of the Heisenberg's uncertainty principle is significant only for the motion of microscopic objects and is negligible for that of macroscopic objects. The uncertainty principle, when applied to an object of mass about 1 milligram, 1 milligram being equal to 10 power minus 6 kg, then delta V dot delta x greater than equal to h by 4 pi m. H by 4 pi m would be equal to 6.626 into 10 power minus 34 by 4 into 3.1416 into 10 power minus 6. The answer would be of the order of 10 power minus 28 meter square second inverse. The value of delta V dot delta x is extremely small and insignificant. In dealing with milligram-sized objects or heavier objects, the associated uncertainties are hardly of any real consequence. In the case of microscopic objects like electrons, delta V dot delta x is much larger, and such uncertainties cause real consequences. An electron with mass is equal to 9.11 into 10 power minus 31 kg. The delta V dot delta x is equal to h by 4 pi m, which is equal to 6.626 into 10 power minus 34 by 4 into 3.1416 into 9.1 into 10 power minus 31, which gives an answer of the order of 10 power minus 4 meter square second inverse. So delta V dot delta x is of the order of 10 power minus 4 meter square second inverse. To find the exact location of an electron with delta x is equal to 10 power minus 8 meter, which is the uncertainty of the location is 10 power minus 8 meter. The uncertainty of the velocity will be delta v is equal to 10 power minus 4 meter square second inverse by delta x, which is equal to 10 power minus 4 meter square second inverse by 10 power minus 8 meters, which gives us the answer in the order of 10 power 4 meters second inverse, which is very large. Precise statements of the position and momentum of electron are replaced by statements of probability that the electron at a given position and momentum. The reasons for the failure of the Bohr model. The Bohr model regards the electron as a charged particle moving in well-defined circular orbits. The wave character of this electron is not considered. An orbit is a clearly defined path and can completely be defined only if both position and velocity can be known exactly at the same time, thus defining the trajectory. The orbit is not possible according to Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. Bohr model also ignores the dual nature of matter and contradicts the uncertainty principle. We are now going to talk about the quantum mechanical model of an atom. Classical mechanics was based on Newton's laws of motion. It was successful for the description of motion of all macroscopic objects, which displayed particle-like behavior. However, classical mechanics fails when applied to microscopic objects like electrons, atoms, and molecules. Classical mechanics ignores dual behavior of matter and the uncertainty principle. The dual behavior of matter is explained by quantum mechanics, which is a theoretical science that deals with the study of motions of microscopic objects that have both observable wave and particle-like properties. Quantum mechanics, when applied to macroscopic objects, results are the same as those expected from classical mechanics, because the wave-like properties for macroscopic objects are insignificant. Quantum mechanics was developed independently by Heisenberg and Schrödinger. Fundamental equation of quantum mechanics was given by Schrödinger. It's a second-order differential equation. He won the Nobel Prize in 1933. This fundamental equation incorporates wave and particle duality of matter. For a system like an atom and a molecule, whose energy does not change with time, the Schrödinger equation is written as h cap into psi is equal to E psi, where h cap is a mathematical operator called Hamiltonian and psi is equal to the wave function. The total energy in the system is taken into account by taking the kinetic energy of all subatomic particles, attractive potential between the electron and the nuclei, and the repulsive potential among the electron and nuclei individually. The solution of this equation gives the energy and the wave function. Let's talk about the hydrogen atom and the Schrödinger equation. When the Schrödinger equation is solved for a hydrogen atom, the solution gives possible energy levels the electron can occupy and the corresponding wave function psi of an electron, which is associated with each energy level. The quantized energy states and the corresponding wave functions are characterized by a set of quantum numbers. The first one is the principal quantum number, which is represented by n. The second one is the azimuthal quantum number, represented by L. And the third is the magnetic quantum number, represented by M. The quantum numbers arise as a natural consequence in the solution of a Schrödinger equation. The electron in any energy state, the wave function corresponding to that energy state contains all the information about the electron. The wave function is a mathematical function whose values depends on the coordinates of the electrons in the atom. However, it has no physical meaning. Such wave functions of hydrogen or hydrogen-like species are called atomic orbitals. Wave functions pertaining to one electron species are known as one-electron systems. The probability of finding an electron at a point within an atom is directly proportional to the mod of psi square at that point. Quantum mechanical results predict all aspects of atomic spectra that Bohr atom could not predict. The Schrödinger equation can't be exactly solved for multi-electron atoms, but this difficulty is solved by using approximate methods. The orbitals in multi-electron atoms do not differ from the hydrogen orbitals in any radical way, but the principal difference is that the consequence of the increased nuclear charge causes the orbitals to be somewhat contracted. The energy of the atomic orbitals in hydrogen depends only on the value of the principal quantum number, that is n. However, for multi-electron atoms, the energy of the atomic orbitals depends on both n and m. Let's discuss the important features of the quantum mechanical model of an atom. A quantum mechanical model of an atom is the picture of the structure of the atom that emerges from the application of the Schrödinger equation to atoms. The important features are as follows. The first one is the energy of electrons in an atom is quantized, which means that the energy has only certain specific values that it can have. The second one is the existence of quantized electronic energy levels. Now, why quantized electronic energy levels is because they are the direct result of wave-like properties of the electron, and they are the only allowed solutions of the Schrödinger wave equation. The third being, according to Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, both the exact position and exact velocity of an electron can never be determined simultaneously, which implies that we cannot determine the path of an electron accurately. That is why we talk about the probability of finding the electron at different points within the atom. The fourth one is, an atomic orbital is the wave function psi for an electron in an atom. An electron is described by a wave function, and the wave function that describes that atomic orbital is the orbital that the electron occupies. Many wave functions are possible for an electron, and that is why many atomic orbitals are possible in an atom. The orbitals form the basis of the electronic structure of atoms. Each orbital has a definite energy level. One orbital does not have more than 2 electrons. The multi-electron atom, an orbital wave function for each electron, is a characteristic of the orbital it occupies. All the information about the electron in an atom is stored in the orbital wave function. The fifth one is, the probability of finding an electron at a point within an atom is directly proportional to the square of the orbital wave function. This implies that probability of finding an electron at a point is directly proportional to psi square. Psi square is also written as the wave function squared, and it is known as the probability density. It's always positive. The value of psi square at different points within the atom makes it possible to predict the region around the nucleus where electron will most probably be found. The next topic is orbitals and quantum numbers. There are a large number of orbitals which are possible in an atom. They are qualitatively distinguished by the size, shape, and orientation. Smaller the size of the orbital, greater the probability of finding the electron near the nucleus. Shape and orientation of an orbital imply that there is more probability of finding an electron along certain directions than along others. Atomic orbitals are more precisely distinguished by quantum numbers n, l, and m.
Thanks for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the bell icon to get notified every time I post.